Good evening to you rugby fans. Welcome to Lewiston, New York, home of the beautiful Niagara Falls. National Collegiate Rugby brings you Friday Night Rugby. Tonight we bring you an upstate New York West decider between the Purple Eagles of Niagara University and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Bonnies ranked number 5, Purple Eagles ranked number 11 in small college rugby at NCR. I am John Broker, and headed over those falls in a barrel, it's Pat Clifton. Pat, what a night.
Absolutely. We've got two top 10 teams, both undefeated. Conference title, division title on the line here tonight. All you could ask for in Friday Night Rugby. The bright lights, this time shining on women's small college. Let's take a look.
St. Bonaventure undefeated so far this season, 4-0. Have only allowed one unconverted try, 5 points. Scored at 323, a high-scoring, high-flying team in St. Bonaventure. It is Meredith Pike holding it down as the head coach, as you said, in her second season. Really looking good in upstate New York are the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. For the Purple Eagles, it is first-year head coach David Chapman, joined by Maggie Biter and Corey Rotka. They are also undefeated, but only played 3 games. Allowed just 12 points, so tremendous defense from both these teams. Scored 176. The Niagara Purple Eagles are ready to go and making a big splash at National Collegiate Rugby small college level. Let's take a look at some players of both of these teams. First, visiting St. Bonnie's. Pat, tell us about some of the key players.
Absolutely. Up front, it is Abby Barrows who does it all for the Bonnies. She is the senior open side flanker. She's one of a handful of Bonnies on this team who played for the upstate New York All-Star Sevens team earlier this year down in Texas. Look out for her to do big things in the pack for the Bonnies. And then out in the backs, we've got Kaylee Midoff. She's a captain and senior scrum half. Everything runs through her. But McKenna Ramsey, she is the battering ram in the middle of the midfield. All-American center, spent the summer playing with the Chicago Lions. Look for her to make a huge impact tonight.
He certainly will. And takes a look at Niagara now. Pat, what is this team up to?
Absolutely up front, I look at Hannah Kukierski. She is one of a handful of Purple Eagles on this team with a lot of rugby experience. She started playing as a freshman in high school up in Ontario, Canada. And fun fact, she does a little work for the Buffalo Bills in the communications department. Look for her to be a nice hammer and carrier up front for them. And then in the back line, we've got Emma McNabb. She's an outstanding player, another high school player. She was the MVP for her Kenmore High School team here just down the road in Kenmore, New York. And she is lining up an inside center for them. And then the best player for Niagara is Megan White, the Army officer, senior outside center.
And the finishers for both these teams will be bringing on the power late in the game. We will certainly see what they can bring. That is the teams. That is their records. We're going to step aside for a minute. We'll be right back with Kickoff after this.
At Niagara University, success runs through us. The opportunities available at NU will give you the clarity you need to pursue your passion. With more hands-on experience from the start, you'll feel like you're on the right career path right away. See how NU sets you up for success at niagara.edu.
You on my mind a lot, don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in, from the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up, break you in and break you out. In the end, we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the show. Part 2, we don't need no pause. We miss you, we gon' get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. Ain't no cap, I'm real.
Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. The feeling when you go into that first defender. The feeling when you make that first tackle. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. We are contact.
At Niagara University, community runs through us. It's impossible not to become the best version of yourself when you're surrounded by people who believe in you. Pursue your purpose while making connections that'll last a lifetime at niagara.edu.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
At Niagara University, greatness runs through us. When you walk on campus, you'll see good people working together to become great. Discover an immersive education that will only add to your confidence at niagara.edu.
Welcome back to Niagara University. We are ready to kick off this match. It is about to get underway here at Niagara University. This upstate New York West matchup. You see St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies in black, going to kick off. They're going to be running from right to left on your screen. Your referee for tonight's contest, just coming in shot there, is Matt Lake. Very good referee up in this part of the country. Matt Lake will be the whistle today. We're just about ready to get underway. St. Bonaventure to kick it off. Looks like it's Middaugh, the captain. Pat talked about her before. It gets us started. We are underway. Friday Night Rugby. Knock on early. A little nerves there from the Purple Eagles. And not wasting any time are these high-flying St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Bonnies on the run. Bonnies not wanting the advantage. They're going to move that one out. Reed at 10, the fly half pushes it out. Again, Middaugh out to Reed. Reed has a dummy runner. Sticks to the outside there. Gets it around Nentars. Ball comes back, knocked on. But they'd use their advantage. Should be a scrum here for the Purple Eagles. First scrum of the game. Pat, good start there from the Bonnies.
Yeah, good start for both teams. Just trading a couple of knock-ons early here.
Scrum white.
And this time the Bonnies are going to have a really nice field advantage. Ball in the attacking end.
Nice high binds. Crouch.
Some good play here from the Bonnies, going with the out-the-back option. A good hit run in front of that fly half, and just get a little wide too early, potentially. Too wide, too early, knocked on, and here we go.
Valencia Douse gets a win in the scrum half for the Purple Eagles. Driven back by the Bonnies. Very strong scrum, but able to come up with it. Douse moves it out. They're working into the middle of the field, trying to get through the defense. Nentars comes in, slows down the runner. That looked like it was Emma McNabb. Just handing the ball back there to one of her forwards. Take that to ground, setting off sideline here. The ball ripped away by the Bonnies. Bonnies on the run. Bonnies immediately turning upside. Harley Brown takes it to the ground. Brown recycles that one. Middaugh has some runners, gets it to Reed. They have a pod just a little wider there. Get the ball up to Abby Barris. Barris, big runner wearing number 7. Reed, they're using the pods off the 10 here, so they're moving things just a little bit wider as Kaylee Vincent comes in and takes that one. The grad student from Jamestown, New York, getting an MBA at St. Bonaventure. Reed has some runners out wide, but has to hang on to that one. Slices through the defensive line, getting through some tackles. Good offensive pressure from the St. Bonaventure team immediately here. Pick and go while they have a couple of their players on the ground. Looking to see who's going to come in. They may pick and go with this one. We will see. And indeed they do. Reed is going to come in and clean that over Vincent, Kaylee Vincent. Ball back to Middaugh again. They're at the 22 of the Purple Eagles. Little turnaround there from Jillian Ray, the sophomore marketing major from Salamanca, New York. Middaugh to Reed. Reed has it wide this time to Ramsey. Ramsey, Nentars. Nentars gets through a half gap there. Ball is still alive. Going to have to come back across the field through Middaugh's. Reed using these wider pods pretty well. Purple Eagles so far pretty much setting up, understanding what's going to come at him. Dave Chapman certainly let him know that. Reed goes to a wide pod there. Ball's up in the hands of Vincent. Vincent, multiple carries in these first 2.5 minutes as they look to go to that width. Just turn that one upfield through Reed. Reed tackled by the Purple Eagles, a home team. Staunch defense so far. Ball's up in the hands of Kaylee Vincent. Kaylee Vincent gains a couple of meters. Cross they come. Ball up there. Big, powerful run by Ray. Ray looking for the line. Ray held up by some defenders, but able to recycle. Good patient job waiting for her support to get there as it comes across the Nentars. Ball hits the ground this time. Good defense by Niagara. Working back a couple of meters are the Bonaventure.
Take a step.
Bonnies now coming again through mid-all to Reed. Midfield pod again. Let's see this structure that they're using. Ball in play time pretty high here in these first 3:45. Cross again into the hands of Vincent.
Tackle. One away.
Runners off to the right-hand side. Mid-all trying to dig that out. They have a penalty advantage. Trying to call for it. They get it. Referee Lake slows it down.
I know you couldn't.
There's a penalty here to the Bonnies, but Mid-all's on the run. Mid-all doesn't want to stop. Those players were not 10s. They have another advantage. The players did not go back on the penalty 10 meters as they were supposed to. Reed steps into the distributor role. Reed gets it out there to Kaylee Vincent. Offensive pressure continues here from the Bonnies in this upstate New York West decider here. They start to gather around the ruck. Bonnies had the ball up there. It could have been attacked by the Purple Eagles, but patient on defense are Niagara. They can go. Ball slips there. We're going to come back to the not 10 penalty.
Not 10 here.
So it's going to be another penalty opportunity here for the Bonnies. Pat, the Bonnies are really structured with ball in play.
Offside, not 10.
Yeah, really impressive continuity here from the Bonnies. Just phase after phase. Kaylee Vincent must have been 5 carries in this run of play here. And unfortunately knocked it on there, but they've got a penalty advantage here. Okay. I've got to think if Kaylee Vincent can find her breath, they're going to find her for maybe her 6th carry of the night here in short order.
Barris, the dummy runner, confused me as well. McKenna Ramsey tries to take that one, but it slips, gets knocked on. Scrum coming to Niagara University. Niagara had a tough first scrum. They're going to want to really, really firm that up right now, Pat, but an opportunity to get out of their own zone for the Purple Eagles.
Big break for the Purple Eagles for sure. These tap-and-go penalty plays, they were in vogue back when I was playing back in the early 2000s. They really got out of vogue as people really opted for set pieces this deep into the attacking end. But now they're on the comeback. Maybe that one was just a little bit too fancy. Too many moving parts for the Bonnies in their first attempt tonight.
Unbind, I want your head in, okay?
Big break for Niagara.
Referee Lake looking for safety here, just wants players binding correctly, making sure that they do. The ball is going to come in here from Doust, Alencia Doust, a junior from Syracuse, New York. Liverpool High School now playing at Niagara University.
Okay, up.
Referee again pulls it up.
That's the problem. Come under. You're fine. Okay, here we go. Crouch. Bind. Set.
This time the scrums come together and Douse gets it in. Look at that drive coming from the Bonnies. They get that one out quick. Good work as they're trying to run this one up right from the beginning of the field there. That's McNabb taking it forward. McNabb, the first-year player from Niagara Falls. Push that ball back in. Ball slips out of the Purple Eagles' hands.
Okay, Bonaventure.
Referee and assistant referee confer.
Knocked into touch, you have the option of a scrum or a line out.
Well, it was knocked in a touch there, so they can either take the scrum or the line out, see what the Bonnies decide to do. But a great attacking position for this Bonnies team, Pat, from set piece right now.
Niagara, I'm going to have you use the white line.
Yeah, great carrying earlier, as you mentioned. Great
Bonaventure, set your mark here.
Ball carrier progression and taking the ball into contact, fighting on the ground, getting the back, getting the bodies over. Doing that over and over again has really put St. Bonaventure in great territory here. And it's going to be difficult for Niagara to clear their lines.
Vincent, the thrower, but that ball comes back into Niagara hands. It is Kukierski. We spoke about at the beginning of the game. Puts that ball back. That one slips in behind Tahira. Excuse me. Bring it back for a penalty. Offsides against the Bonnies. So 7.5 minutes pretty much played in Niagara territory. Niagara holds defensively, able to take this one as a penalty and move it downfield.
To compounding mistakes there from Niagara in order to, from St. Bonaventure in order to move Niagara up the field.
Okay, got your mark.
First the knock on, then the penalty. That gives them their first bit of relief tonight. They've been smothered so far.
5 in? Okay. 5 in. It's your throw.
couple other games going on here tonight. So as we can, we're going to bring you a little action from around the Liberty Conference, around NCR. Take a look right there at Yale playing UMass, Yale Hall of Fame weekend in New Haven, Connecticut. 250 alumni will be at the Omni Hotel celebrating Ralph Bosch and several other players tomorrow night that have made that legendary program. But right now we're back to action here at Niagara. As you see, Ramsey looking for the corner. Ramsey runs out of a bit of space, gets through a couple defenders. Ramsey gets through 3 more, eventually hits the ground. Ball can be quick here. Didn't quite have the distributors. They move this one in the middle of the field. A hard running Jillian Ray. Mid on now, back in the distributor role. Reed has the runners. Vincent yet again. She throws line out. She punches holes in the defense. She's making a huge difference as a grad student here. Middaw again coming to this left-hand side. Gets the ball up there to Mia Pop. Haven't seen Pop too much tonight, but she wriggles out of that tackle. Nearly loses the ball, but hangs on. Middaw quickly off to the right-hand side. Going to go again from Ashley Reed into the middle of the field. Ashley Reed, the junior from Orchard Park, New York. Buffalo area. Come across to Reed again. He gets the ball up to Barris, one of the co-captains of this team. Ball to the ground. Middaw has runners to the right again. Can they get by this Purple Eagles defense? They've got the runners there. Nentars holds the ball a little bit just to give a little more room. We have a high tackle that creeps in there. So, although they're holding back the tries, penalties mounting against the Niagara Purple Eagles.
Middaw likes to go quick. That's twice we've seen her attempt the quick tap and be pulled back. I'm really impressed with this midfield here so far for St. Bonaventure. Nintars and Ramsey linking up. Both of them very difficult to wrangle in the tackle. And this time it took the Purple Eagles going a little bit high to bring her down. Whatever it takes to bring Ramsey down, and that affords St. Bonaventure a great attacking platform, the best one of the so far tonight. Point blank line out here.
Jeff, I'm going to take the back. Okay. Right. Hang on a second. They brought in a 6th player. You can bring in a 6 now if you want. Okay.
Referee Lake making sure numbers are even if they would like it for the Purple Eagles. A 6-player line out here for the Bonnies, but it goes down into the hands of Vincent. Vincent has to take it to the ground. You can see the try line in the background there. Ball comes across to Reed. Reed's got some runners. Nentars shows and then slips around, puts it over the top into the hands of McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey recycles. Little pick and go off the back here, and St. Bonaventure, can they convert this one? Nentars heads toward the corner. Nentars over the line. A little bit of power, a little bit of sideways running has to happen. And Nentars touches down the first 5 points for the Bonnies.
And probably 5 different touches on that play from the set piece for the Bonnies, and 3 of them were to either Kyla Nentars or McKenna Ramsey staying in the centers. That kind of touch ratio is going to be really great for St. Bonaventure tonight, as these are 2 of their best players, and they shone through really well in that score. Here we go with a little pick off of the base of the ruck, and that's Nentars taking the pass. Shoving, what a great shove there. And that's 4 Niagara Purple Eagles right in the vicinity, having an opportunity to put a shoulder in. And none of them do, as Nintars pushes them all across the line.
See, she is very happy to get those first 5 points on the board. May follow it up on her own. Also the kicker for this team. Nentars. The boot to it, has the distance, has the angle, and it's good. We're at 7-0. The Bonnies lead 12 minutes into Friday Night Rugby, brought to you by National Collegiate Rugby here at Niagara University.
Another look at this little offload here to Nentars. Just can't be stopped. No matter how many Purple Eagles are in her immediate area. This is a great matchup tonight. We knew coming in it was going to be a battle of the midfields. McKenna Ramsey and Nintars doing really, really well there for St. Bonaventure. Let's see if Megan White and Emma McNabb can respond. Haven't had much offense yet, certainly not in the attacking end for Niagara, but when they get some front foot ball, look for those 2 to do their own thing as well.
Megan White to kick this one off, one of the co-captains from South New Berlin, New York, a social work major. at Niagara. We are in the Bonnies half of the field the first time in this full 13 minutes. Penalty against the Purple Eagles, however, for not rolling away. So it's going to be Bonaventure penalty. Middaw has ball in hand. Thought about going quick. Now they're going to get pointed towards the touchline here. Try to get it into the safety of touch. Good attacking position for them inside the 40-meter line of the Purple Eagles. Nice place to attack from here, Pat. The lineup's been a little messy. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, great roll on that kick. You mentioned Middaw was looking to go quick. I think she kind of always is looking to go quick. I love that instinct from a scrum half, especially when he can carry as well as her.
And then you're here. Take a little bit more. Take a little bit more. Thank you.
Last line out.
Keep going
Haley
back.
Vincent threw the ball in. It bounced off. She essentially executed a bounce pass to herself, scooped it up, and retained possession for Bonaventure. Impressed by her work rate and skills so far tonight.
That one off the top, taking a little more cleanly as they get it into the midfield, but Jillian Ray, marketing major from Salamanca, New York, is going to take that one in with some power. Turned over by the Purple Eagles. Big hit coming in. They're at their 22, R Niagara. Sideways run here. Player has to make sure she keeps some support with her. That's Maya Tashira, the sophomore from Hamburg, New York. Special education major. Looking for a little wider pod here. Both teams kind of working off the 10 there. Keep their forward pods just a little wider. Here comes Niagara. Niagara, ball in hand. Not going to be able to transfer that one out. Player digging in over there for Bonnies, but they have to release it. Now they've got some room on this right-hand side if they can work it out there. They'll step back in. Good pressure defense. What footwork coming. Tremendous from Niagara there, keeping that ball alive. Player eventually hits the ground. On they go. That was that outside center, Megan White, with the fancy footwork for Niagara. Ball being ripped away by Barris, however. Barris takes it away from the on-rushing attack of the Purple Eagles. Bodies get thrown here and there, and here comes Middaw. Middaw just went down just a little. Reed going to look for that power outside there from Kaylee Vincent. Kaylee Vincent's happy to oblige. Middaw to Reed. Reed gets it a little wider. Ball up into the hands of Kara Sheasley, the sophomore psychology major. Watkins, Glen, New York native, coming back across, this time into Katie Patterson's hands. Katie Patterson played for the Kenmore Rugby Club in high school before coming to St. Bonaventure. Reed standing pretty flat there, letting some players get a good run, and Ray this time makes some inroads into the defense. Waits for her support to get there. It's clean. Middaw can have a quick ball if she wants. Reed again. Nentar standing outside. McKenna Ramsey outside of her. McKenna Ramsey has the ball. She's corralled. Good counter ruck coming in from the Purple Eagles. Not going to make it happen, however. Middaw once again to Reed. Once again to a wider pod. Barris. Barris keeps the ball up. Barris at the line. Can't she touch it down? Barris short of the line. Good defensive work in the last second there to stop a try. Reed takes the ball to the line, has some runners. Here's Kaylee Vincent. Kaylee Vincent, can she get the ball down? Kaylee Vincent, referee Matt Lake on the spot. Kaylee Vincent over. You will see what the decision is here, and it looks like it is held up. So it's going to be a goal line drop. Good goal line stance there from the Purple Eagles.
Goal line drop out. Okay. Niagara, be behind your
Boy,
kicker.
Niagara, impressed with them. I mean, they have been under the pump, playing defense in their own end all night for a full 17 minutes. Including right here is a turnover from St. Bonaventure, and then a huge run by Jillian Ray, a charger, hard charger there from the second row. Really sprung them free, and then Nintars to McKenna Ramsey. We've said that a bunch already tonight. We're going to say it a bunch more, I have a feeling.
Ball back in play here. Middle has to take it herself and go to the ground. So no distributor available at the moment. You see the ball just sitting there as Reed comes in to do the honors. Ashley Reed played for Orchard Park Rugby Club. Orchard Park, New York. Buffalo suburb there. Barris again gets by a couple defenders. These tackles are going to add up.
Never got to pull.
The fitness of the Niagara team. Very tired to be on defense this much. The ball comes up, another powerful run, just straight in there from Kyla Nentars. Kyla Nentars, just tremendous. Reed has some runners out wide, holds the ball, gets the ball up into the hands of Harley Brown. Harley Brown steps inside.
7 roll.
Eventually the Bonnies go to the ground. Middaw getting quick ball. Another quick ball here from the Bonnies. Defense holding pretty well. 18 minutes gone just about in the game. Reed has to take that one to the line.
Tackle, 13 out. Okay.
Ball again to mid-off coming out. Bonnie's to the ground. Kaylee Vincent. The outside, it goes Ramsey. Ramsey steps a couple. Ramsey's at the line. Ramsey barrels through, and Ramsey's over. McKenna Ramsey, 5 more points, 12-0. St. Bonaventure extends their lead.
5 more points and 5 more defenders beaten for McKenna Ramsey, just chewing up yardage out there on the wing. Fantastic player. She used to line up in the back row. Used to seeing her at number 8 for St. Bonaventure. Moving out to the back line this year, and you can see why. She's great in space. Starred for the Chicago Lions Sevens program, one of the best Sevens programs in the country. 1, 2 defenders beaten 3, and then bumping 1 onto her backside, 2 onto their backside right on the goal line. That is a highlight for the ages for McKenna Ramsey.
Kick to come here, tough angle on this one. Ball up, tougher angle. This one is going to just go across the front of the post there. And Tars can't hit that one, so we're at 12-0. St. Bonnie's lead. Just about a quarter of this game gone. Friday Night Rugby, we taking a look here, Pat.
Here she is, a try scorer. Ramsey just sneaking outside the hooker. Bursting through the outstretched hands of a wing and then barreling over 2 more right at the goal line. I could watch that all night.
Sure. McKenna Ramsey will be happy to have you watch that all night. As we hit the 20-minute mark here, McKenna Ramsey, great last year, certainly scoring machine for this team. Nice long kick from Niagara. Bounces towards touch, try line, taken by the Bonnies. Good steps coming in there from Brown. She has been active ball in hand, the nursing major from Salamanca, New York. Ball up to Reed. They're going to run from inside their own zone. Bonnie's no intention of kicking this one. Jillian Ray stopped up shorter than she normally is. Close, shallow position to move it out there. It is Reed, and she moves out yet again to Vincent. See, with a quarter of the game gone, who their key carriers are as the ball comes wide, and there they go off on a run again. It is Ramsey down that same line. This one seems to get spilled forward, and it does. Going to come back here for a scrum to the Purple Eagles. Niagara, good defense scrambling there, Pat. Able to turn that one over and win the scrum.
It's a scrum to white.
Yeah, good work there by Alencia Douse, the scrum half there for Niagara, chasing her down and popping that ball free.
Knock on black, scrum white.
Ramsey thought she was free for her second score of the night, but a good angle of pursuit, finding the ball, ripping the fingers off of it. Great job there by the scrum half to force an error, and now Niagara has maybe its best attacking platform all night.
Certainly do. Right-hand side open for them. They are inside the St. Bonnie half of the field. They've had trouble with the first couple of scrums. This third one here, they do a good job of getting the ball out quickly, but that one shoots back. Not going to come. It's going to go back to the Bonnies on attack just inside their own half. Move that ball in the middle of the field. Nice handoff there from Nentars. Gets it out to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey fends one. McKenna Ramsey looking for the corner. McKenna Ramsey, player, just lowers that tackle so well. We're going to come back and see what the penalty is here.
It's a breakaway. It's in the collar. That's really dangerous. I know you did. I just want to make sure you start a little bit lower. It's penalty only. I just want to be a little bit safer.
Referee just calling penalty only there. Player kind of started on the shoulders. But I thought you did a great job of lowering the tackle there, Pat, as we take another look at it.
Yeah, fantastic call by Matt Lake, the referee, on that one. To not overreact. Let's not mar this game with a card. And let this thing play on. She did it safely. I think that's the absolute right call.
Kick went out of the back of the try zone, so we're going to come back out here. It's going to be a scrum for Niagara. Niagara lost their last one. Have to move that ball back quickly.
There you go.
A little mistake there from the Bonnies. Works in the favor of the Niagara University
high tackle
Purple
penalties.
Eagles.
Okay.
Dave
Thank you.
Chapman will be happy watching on.
Chapman, one of the great people coaching college rugby and national collegiate rugby around the country.
Fine.
Spent about a decade at Colgate before taking the Niagara job.
Set.
Far enough north for him at Colgate to really, get to the top of the country there. Ball comes out in the back here, well taken by Tatum Hillman, one of the co-captains from Lewiston, New York. She's a criminal justice major. And eventually knocked on street in there from the scrum here for St. Bonnie's. Great attacking position for them. See what they decide to do with this ball.
Great scrum from the Bonnies. Had the Purple Eagles on absolute skates, but a really good job by the number 8 for the Purple Eagles to pick that one up. That's an underrated skill to be able to get those go-go gadget arms out and grab that ball from the front or second row from a back-pedaling scrum.
Set.
Ball in for the Bonnies. Their first offensive scrum. Ball across to Reed. They go right in the middle of the field. They go right to Ramsey. Ramsey does what she does best. Barrels through a couple of defenders. Ball nearly held up there by Niagara. Niagara, all defenders on their feet here. So a numerical advantage as Reed tries to just sneak around the back of that ruck. Reed held up at the moment. Reed gets herself to the ground. Referee Matt Lake says it's time to release. She's done enough, so let's have a ruck. Ball off the back. Good work here. That's Barris. Barris
Good.
gets the ball to the back of the contact area. Kaylee Vincent on hand. Kaylee Vincent picks a nice low body height, and Kaylee Vincent as a work her way a little closer to the line.
Nope, that's fine.
Ball
Nothing
ripped
going
away
on.
there, however,
Hold on.
by Megan
Tackle
White.
ball.
I'll do the number there,
Take a step
excuse me.
on your
Megan
feet.
White, the co-captain, been very effective for Niagara so far in this game. A little bit of hot potato in front of the post, however. Ball back into the hands of Niagara. That's Sophia
That was
Lima that
brought
has it.
back in by White and grounded to scrum 5 black.
They brought the ball back
Brought
in
it and
to the
grounded.
try zone, so it's going to be a
Scrum 5
5-meter
black.
scrum here for St. Bonaventure.
Great job there by Megan White to somehow come out of that mess with the ball and at least slow down St. Bonaventure and force them to go through another scrum before they get their reward. We mentioned a handful of the stars for St. Bonaventure like McKenna Ramsey and Kyla Nintars have all played for the upstate New York
Crouch.
all-conference all-star sevens team.
Fine.
Megan White's the only one of those players on Niagara, but she captained them all the last 2 years.
Certainly see what a talent she is. The ball comes back. St. Bonnie's working that one back there. Ball taken by Mia Pop. Pop at the line. Pop driven back by the Niagara defense. Niagara defense resetting, looking at it, sneaking underneath, and a third try comes. St. Bonnie's off the set piece, able to touch that one down. Great try, little sneak there. Looked like it was mid-off.
Yeah. Not by the time I saw it. She can keep working as long as she's in, so by the time I got there, it was grounded.
Okay, I saw her lift it off of her hand.
And she's allowed to do that.
No, I mean like after you called a try, her hand was under it. You guys go that way.
I saw a clear grounding, and then anything after that was there. Yeah, thank you. Yep.
You heard it from the referee. He saw a clear grounding. Somewhere under that pile of bodies, it was Kaylee Mitt putting the rubber of that ball down to the rubber of that turf. A little downward pressure for St. Bonaventure's third try of the night. She has been looking to run after every single penalty, and she finally got to get those legs moving, even in short distance, to get her try on the board tonight.
Nentars, a little better angle for her. Nentars. She hit that one. Based on the crowd reaction, we're taking a look at it here.
That's where it all started. It was a great carry there by the number 7 and captain, Abby Barris. Drew the attention of 3 or 4 Purple Eagles, softening up that defense and the fringe around that ruck for the next carry.
19-0 St. Bonaventure. The Purple Eagles will kick this one off again. 27 minutes going in this first half. 15 minutes to go to the halftime break. Nice long kick rolls down the end. McKenna Ramsey takes it with some pace. McKenna Ramsey sneaks through a couple more tackles. McKenna Ramsey thinks she's playing 7. That's another player up on the collar making a tackle there. I think we're about to see a yellow card against Niagara for high tackle.
Number 6. Number 6. Okay, that's the third. It's okay. It's the third high tackle that was on a breakaway. It's a yellow card. You're off for 10 minutes. Okay.
It's a rough but fair call, I think, here
Let's make
against
sure we're back 10,
Niagara.
and I'll
Just
start the
going
clock.
high, up over the shoulders, trying anything he can to bring down McKenna Ramsey.
Jeff, you good?
As the referee said, that's the
Okay.
third one of those on a breakaway.
High tackle.
That's too many. So now the Purple Eagles got to figure out how to defend McKenna Ramsey with just 14.
Yeah, it's not what they want right there. Nentars takes it into contact. Nentars and Ramsey can just act as additional forwards with these sort of punch groups here. They do a wonderful job of it as the ball comes out again. Up into Barris's hands. Barris shakes through a couple.
You're okay.
And 10 minutes going to be with an out one player here for Niagara. So we're really going to have to muscle up. Big handoff from Reed. Reed gets the ball back mid-off, points to where she's going. Gets the ball out to Ray. Ray has to step inside for that one. Looking for some space. Her opposite number, Paige Smith, making the tackle on the other side there, mid-off. Gets to Reed. Reed has the runners out there, but the ball looks like it's still There's going to be a scrum here for Niagara. Opportunity to burn off some of this yellow card clock, Pat.
I think they just knocked the ball on there on the ground. Abby Barris lost a little bit forward. It's part of the tackle. If you're the ball carrier, you got to take care of that thing until someone comes and takes it out of your hands. And that time, maybe it was a teammate just kicking it out of her hands going forward, but either way, it's a knock-on.
Good there. Crouch.
And another break right when they needed it for Niagara. They've played very little ball in your attacking end.
Set.
Try to buy some breathing room here.
Ball squirts out for Niagara, so they're going to be able to hold on to this one. They get the ball in to their number 10, Kenzie Adley. Got a little further. It's knocked on there. It looks like by Niagara. It certainly is. Matt Lake says so as well. Middle has the ball. We'll see if they want
Let's use it, 9.
the advantage here, but they're going to use it. Reed is going to find some runners. Reed's going to put it to Jaylee Wagstaff. Wagstaff hit pretty hard. Wagstaff from Buffalo, New York, played at City Honors High School.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over, so they're going to have to play for all the marbles here as they put it up to Ray. Ray, another one of their big receivers and runners here for this Niagara team. The width they're looking now. Ball up there to Nentars. Nentars to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey barrels through a couple. Mid-aw. Not going to use that short side. Looking to come back across the field. Ball up in the middle to Barris. Haley Vincent has a little conversation. She's going to step into the distributor role. Reed gets the ball up there to Wagstaff. Wagstaff takes another big hit as the City Honors graduate. Good work here coming across. Get the ball into the hands of Natalie Lamar. Haven't seen Lamar so far this game running the ball, been patrolling the back there. Reed waiting for a pod. Reed gets it across to Barris. Barris looking at the line. Barris would have loved to have gotten there as they work their way methodically down about 15 meters out. Little tip pass this time out in the hands of Nentars. Nentars eventually taking the ground. Vincent comes over that one. Showing and going back in is Reed. Reed held up by strong defense from Niagara. 9 minutes to go in the half. Niagara trying to hold strong, keep them out of the try zone here. Ball wrapped up and over, however, and just touching the ground are the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Look like Katie Patterson. Katie Patterson touches down 5 with one player advantage. St. Bonaventure extends their lead.
We've seen tight head Kaylee Vincent carry the ball a million times tonight, and Katie Patterson said, hey, the loose head can run the ball too. She carries it right over the line and dots down St. Bonaventure's 4th and bonus point try of the night.
First-year player.
Nice run here from the 10, stepping inside, soaping up 2 tacklers from Niagara. Really causing some stress in that Purple Eagle defense that Prop was able to just take advantage of. And on that last roll, get that ball dotted down.
Take a look at the first-year player there. International Relations and Political Science major from Kenmore Rugby Club. That one is no good. So we're 24-0 here in the first half of this National Collegiate Rugby Friday Night Rugby matchup.
About 5.5.
Ken Moore
So
just down the road. It's a
5.5
high school
minutes to go.
program. They've got multiple players represented on both teams here tonight, including the try scorer.
Yep.
Really impressed with the dynamism of the forwards for St. Bonaventure tonight. Really big, powerful, but athletic and skilled carriers. They're going to be a difficult forward pack for anybody in women's small college to handle. Probably why they're ranked 5 in the country.
Megan White gets him going again. Another long kick. Ball knocked on there by St. Bonaventure, so that pays off for the Purple Eagles. They're going to have a scrum close to the St. Bonaventure line. Just about 5 minutes left to go in this half. An opportunity to close this gap down a bit, Pat.
Thank you.
Massive break here for Niagara. Absolutely huge. The chance to be able to put on a play, have some space for your backs. There's now the entire width of a scrum, so about 8 to 10 meters, plus another 5 on either side of it. Most space they've had to work with all night.
Set. Stabilize.
All in, big drive coming in from St. Bonaventure as usual. See if they can get this on the back. They have done. Dowse with a little one-handed pass out, but the ball gets dropped. Any momentum gets stopped there, so it's going to be a scrum here for the Bonnies. That scrum pressure just transferred into pressure on their back line. Little knock on there, and out of trouble are the Bonnies. Yale, UMass 0-0, 27 minutes gone in this Liberty Conference matchup at Yale Fields in New Haven, Connecticut.
Crouch.
Nick Prescott refereeing that one.
Bind. Set. Stay in. Good.
McKenna Ramsey take the corner here at Niagara. McKenna Ramsey turning the Jets on. Hopefully nobody tries a high tackler this time, and they don't. Eventually get to the ground, however. And it has gone into touch. Yeah. So it's going to be a liner here just inside the half for the Purple Eagles.
Okay, right there.
How cool is this? Friday Night Rugby. We got women's small college action up here in the tip, the northern tip of New York, just on the Canadian border. We got a live look in, watching some Liberty Rugby Conference action. Great coverage by Next Level Rugby. Nobody covers the game like them.
Backwards, play on.
Ball went back, went to the ground. Referee spots
went
it.
Backwards, off of Niagara. Knock on by Black, scrum white.
Knocked down by St. Bonaventure, coming back here for a scrum to the Purple Eagles just inside their own half.
2 left on the card.
That last scrum was really impressive display of power by St. Bonaventure. Under pressure, they relieved it very quickly on that set call and drove right over the top of the Purple Eagles. Let's see if they can stand up a little bit better to this one.
Set. Black, hold the weight.
They're doing a good job of just hooking that ball and trying to get out of there as quick as they can as they dig it out one more time. Hillman doing a great job of that, the co-captain. She goes across midfield. Hillman eventually taken down. Good run from Niagara. Ball out in the middle of the field. Megan White puts that pass out. A little wrap around the end here. Nice work from this Purple Eagle side, but knocked on there, unfortunately, by Bella Kelly. Advantage for St. Bonaventure. St. Bonaventure typically doesn't want the scrum. They're happy to play as Reed moves that one out. Reed gets to Ray. Ray takes in the contact, keeps the ball alive. Barris comes in and over that one with Olivia Reeves. Into the middle of the field they go to Kaylee Vincent. Room on the right-hand side. Reed looking for runners. Reed has Nentars. Nentars finds the outside wing there. It's Callie Cologne. Cologne near the touchline gets hauled in a touch eventually. Be a line out here for the Purple Eagles. Time winding down in this first half.
Okay. Niagara, you're here? Yep. Bonnies, you're here. You're welcome. 40 seconds.
Look at the huge carry here. Big handoff for the number 8 from Niagara. That scrum was backpedaling, but as soon as she plucked it, she was running downhill.
Advantage.
Bonnie's unclean ball again, but able to get a hold of it there on the run through Reed. Reed throws that ball back. One to the hands to Ray. Ray breaks through a couple. Ray, one more tackle to break, but cannot get by. Alencia Doust. Doust, a scrum half. Great tackle in a big second row there. Coming across the field, ball held again. Nentars goes out to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey puts a head of speed on it. She's getting, she will not be stopped. McKenna Ramsey into the try zone after second.
Boy, Nintars and Ramsey, peanut butter and jelly, these guys are fantastic. I don't think Nintars was even looking at Ramsey when she made that pass on this one. Fantastic connection they have in the midfield. I can't imagine a better center pairing in the country, frankly.
Just with that, the yellow card is over, so back to full strength. Giving up a couple of tries, are Niagara.
I swear she's either got the best peripheral vision in the world or that was a no-look pass there to McKenna Ramsey. Either way, it was successful, and really impressed by these two centers tonight. They really have a lot of chemistry working together.
Tough angle here for Nentars. And Ramsey could have done it with a favor, Pat, and brought it a little closer to the post. One is not going to make it, but another 5 points on the board late in the first half here for the Bonnies as we take another look.
That last rushing defender for Niagara took a blitz, took a chance, rushed at Nintars, but she absorbed the hit, took the pass over the top of the tackle, and there was no one there to stop Ramsey.
Captain, clock is accurate. The clock is accurate.
Time is up on the game clock. We're in a referee's time as Megan White, the senior, gets us ready to get going again. She's going to commission as an Army officer after graduation, hoping for Branch Field Artillery. So if anybody's listening, that's where we'd like to see her go.
You have an option.
Ball rolls in a touch.
Re-kick or scrum.
Also listed her long-term goal is to play Army rugby. I have a good chance. I think she's got a pretty good chance of that. Megan White playing a little all-Army rugby.
Late in the half here of a scrum at midfield because that ball went directly in a touch. So it'll be a St. Bonaventure scrum with room on either side for their center combination. And speedy wing, should they choose to go that way. They also have me a pop in the back.
Yeah, we're waiting for a
discount
ball.
The adolescent education history major.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Yeah, you were ready. Yeah. Everyone except the sideline. You're doing great. Scrums have been excellent. We'll keep it up. Crouch.
What encouragement.
Encouraging words.
Fine.
Positive affirmations from referee Lake as Middle gets ready to put this one with the tight head side.
Niagara hold. Good.
Niagara holds, ball going forward. Middle is going to take the break. Pressure, but those flankers back. Gave her a little room to run. Ball there to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey hands out the first one. Second one, probably going to take her down there. That's Adley.
All good.
Spills forward.
That was knocked on and played on the ground. It's halftime.
That is halftime here at Niagara University. 29-0. St. Bonaventure leads the hometown Purple Eagles. We're going to step away for halftime. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Stick with us.
opportunities available at NU will give you the clarity you need to pursue your passion. With more hands-on experience from the start, you'll feel like you're on the right career path right away. See how NU sets you up for success at niagara.edu.
You on my mind a lot, don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in, from the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up, break you in then break you out. In the end we gon' make a child, then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2 we don't need no pause. We miss you, we gon' get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real.
Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. The feeling when you go into that first defender. The feeling when you make that first tackle. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. We are contact. We are Rhino.
At Niagara University, community runs through us. It's impossible not to become the best version of yourself when you're surrounded by people who believe in you. Pursue your purpose while making connections that'll last a lifetime at niagara.edu.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
At Niagara University, greatness runs through us. When you walk on campus, you'll see good people working together to become great. Discover an immersive education that will only add to your confidence at niagara.edu.
All-Star Tournament is a tournament put on by National Collegiate Rugby. Actually, it's two tournaments. We do it on both the men's and the women's side as an opportunity to get our players together from around the country to come in for a tournament. And each side, each All-Star tournament has separate regions, and managers of those regions go out and identify and select players to come in for the competition. This year's competition is going to take place in Round Rock, at the Round Rock Athletic Complex outside of Austin, Texas. The men's tournament will take place on January 6th and 7th, and the women's tournament will take place on January 20th and 21st. We're trying to standardize that process. One of the reasons that I came in to help NCR with the tournaments was to try to standardize that approach a little bit. Right now, we're still in a situation where that's controlled at the region level. So each region is using a different means of identifying talent as well as inviting players in. And so one of the goals for us over the next few years, this is my, I came in last year late, and so it's my first full year in the role. So one of my goals in being involved is to try to standardize that nomination process for a couple reasons. One, so that everyone's using the same process and we all start to kind of understand how it works. And then number two, so that we can start tracking and identifying players ourselves as an organization. For us to start at NCR as a global unit to start identifying players at the what I would say the national level rather than just at the regional or local level. A lot of fun. I mean, look, one of the primary reasons we do this is to increase value and experience through our events and programmings for our members, right? So, I think there's a lot of value added for these players. Most teams come in anywhere from Tuesday to Thursday. They meet some of their teammates for the first time. They're getting into some training sessions together. They have a couple of days of build up, and they play together in this tournament. Again, it's a little bit different. Some of the teams last year were able to hold a couple of camps and actually hold a couple of training sessions before they came. But some regions are a little more geographically challenged. If you look at the West or the Midwest, a lot of those teams are pretty far apart. So it's really hard to kind of bring those teams together ahead of time. So some of them, they're meeting for the first time when they get there. But it's a great experience. They're getting off the plane together. They're traveling to the hotel. All the teams stay in the same hotel. They're traveling back and forth and, training at the complex leading up to the tournament.
Welcome back to Niagara Falls, to Niagara University. It is National Collegiate Rugby, Friday Night Rugby. It is the St. Bonaventure Bonnies leading the hometown Purple Eagles of Niagara. Here going into the second half, we'll take a look at some tries, Pat.
The first one, Nidkar's bowling over, claiming her first 2 victims of the night. She has been fantastic. So is her midfield pair there, McKenna Ramsey, ramming over 1, 2, 3. Claiming a couple other victims as well on the other side of the field. Lethal pairing there in the midfield. This one was a short pick and go from the scrum half mid-off. She's been trying to run all night and finally got her chance from just a couple of meters out and took advantage of it. A nice pick and go from the loose head prop who slammed it over. Took the final roll to get it down, but it was good according to referee Matt Lake for another try for the Bonnies. And this time, a little no-look pass from Nintars to Ramsey. She knows where she is all the time. They've got a mind melt, and Ramsey dots down in the corner. Here's Ramsey just being very difficult to tackle. Very heavy ball carrier. Every time Niagara throws 2 tacklers at her, and she knocks them down.
Referee Matt Lake gets us underway again for the second half. Megan White kicks us off. A lot of work to do for Dave Chapman's Niagara Purple Eagles. Here on Friday Night Rugby, St. Bonaventure running from left to right on your screen, wearing black. I am John Broker with Pat Clifton, bringing you this second half of action here. Ball is up to none other than Kaylee Vincent. She has had a fair percentage of the carries so far for this Bonnies team. As the ball comes out to Reed. McKenna pointing to some open space there. McKenna working her way towards the touchline. Ball goes back according to referee Lake. Going to have to be reset here. Looking for some midfield runners and finding in the try scorer Katie Patterson. Patterson from Amherst, New York.
Play on.
Ball puts it out again. Reed attacks the line, has these runners getting a little bit of a head start when they do that. Middle again looking out wide. There's some width here if they want to get it there. See if they can use this outside pod. Nentar's going to hang on to it. Nentar's little inadvertent throw of the ball there. Winds up getting another 20 meters or so. They're into Niagara half right now. Reed, that shallow position, getting the runners a head start as she works her way across. You see there, gets it to Jillian Ray, picking up right where they left off for all the key runners for this Bonnies team. Haley Vincent's going to put in a pass this time. It's going to slip in behind McKenna Ramsey. So we're going to come back for a scrum to the Purple Eagles. Minute and a half on. St. Bonaventure looking strong again, Pat.
Yeah, St. Bonaventure, unrelenting pressure that's carrying on here into the second half.
Yeah, you're fine. Your lock is tying your shoe.
Niagara had a little bit of trouble in the scrum in that first half. St. Bonaventure going forward, Niagara going backwards, but great job from the number 8, usually scooping it out. Let's see if she can do it again here and gain her usual 6, 7, 8 meters after she does so.
Set. Hold.
All in from Niagara. Doused working her way back again. Big pressure coming on. Winds up back in the hands of St. Bonnie's. Their scrum has been an absolute strength here. That one slips by Ramsey. A nice pickup there It's Golly Cologne. Cologne, a sophomore from Pasadena, Maryland. Mid-all a little slower this time. A ball comes up yet again to Ray. She's the favorite person at the front of that pod. Mid-all again to Reed. Reed gets a ball to Patterson. Patterson steps around one. Patterson going to continue going there. Kaylee Vincent cleans that ball off. We have a player not rolling away for the Purple Eagles. And Mid-all is going to take that one quick. Mid-all wants to get into the try-scoring action here. Mid-all, also a very good sevens player, offloads that one to Reed, but it slipped forward in the pass. Going to be a scrum here for Niagara.
We can see some real fight coming from Niagara. A little maybe just
Forward
slightly
pass.
after the whistle. Throw of the ball
Not
carrier
rolling
there.
away.
We saw a huge
Forward
counter
pass.
ruck, a little bit of
Scrum
a
white.
run of play earlier. Niagara is down, but they are not without a fight, that's for sure.
Yeah. We have time off. We have blood sub
Landing
for
tackle
number
there from
6.
Megan White.
Well, we have time off. She doesn't have to be sub. We're going to give her a moment.
See Coach Chapman coming there. They have a couple of changes coming on.
Yeah, I'll watch. Yeah, sure. Yep.
Just a player getting looked at there.
Yeah, if they're taking it
McElwain.
on the back, that's okay. If that's what you're giving them, if it's on the shoulder, it's a bigger problem. But if you're chipping down like that,
Junior.
you're also giving yourself up, so I'm usually going to let that play on. But I will watch if they're driving your head into
done.
the
Chapman
turf.
in his first year as head coach. Coming in undefeated, as we said. A lot of lopsided victories in their favor. Number 11 in the country. More time with this program. I have a feeling this
Turn the clock
upstate
off,
New York
please.
West Division rivalry is going to become even closer and closer.
36-41.
There's mid-off from the base of the ruck. Just sneaks by.
Thank you.
The 15 is able to slow her down, but doesn't prevent the offload.
6, you okay? Okay, good. All right. Time back on.
Douse taking it just a bit forward.
You can start the clock. All right. Crouch.
Niagara going to want to get this one quickly into Hillman's hands. Been a tough night for them at the office here in scrum. Big push coming again, but nicely held by Niagara.
Good, ball out.
Good work to get that one back. Off to that right-hand side. On the run are the Purple Eagles. Purple Eagles, quick ball comes back across, using both sides here. Big hit coming in, however. St. Bonaventure driving them back. That is Jaylee Wagstaff putting the powerful hits in there for this Bonnie's team. Now a little slip away from Hillman. Counter ruck coming in. Counter ruck effective in disrupting. They're back for a high tackle against St. Bonaventure. And they're going to go quick through Megan White. Megan White going to make some yards and offload the ball. Ball near the touchline. Counter ruck coming in. Another whistle. Penalty this time against Niagara. Penalty here for St. Bonaventure, and the live wire scrum half, Kaylee Middaugh, goes again. Reed looking for some runners. Reed finds it. Big barreling run coming in from one of these Bonnie's forwards. They can go. Kaylee Vincent
We're done. Thank you.
with Katie Patterson right on her heels. Looking for the counter ruck as Niagara. It doesn't come. Ball to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey from a few meters out shifts into number 8 mode, scores a try, and she's got 3.
It's the hat trick for McKenna Ramsey on Friday Night Rugby. The biggest fan right there. Looks like it's the wing for Niagara. She can't be stopped when she gets the ball from just 5 meters out, especially with a full head of steam there. She is going to be very difficult to bring down. McKenna Ramsey, the grad senior here for the Bonnies. Looking for a 2-time All-American title this year. Good carry. All starts with a good carry from Kaylee Vincent. And then McKenna Ramsey. 1, 2, 3 defenders get a chance at her. Nobody could stop her. The first windmill, the second turnstile. She just bowls right through.
That kick is good from Nentars. Ramsey will try to give her a scrum cap back. Seems to be stuck in her hair right there. A lighter moment on the field here tonight for Friday Night Rugby. You look at the try score, the hat trick try score.
They are putting on quite a show tonight. They're claiming this upstate New York West Division title. Meredith Pike, great coach here for St. Bonaventure.
Have another next level look in here at the Yale game. UMass is up 5-0 over Yale. Yale's Hall of Fame weekend. UMass Minutemen and the Bulldogs doing a battle this evening.
And George W. Bush is there. He played a little rugby for the Yale Bulldogs.
He doesn't seem, usually attend those things. He ought to. A lot of people remember him pretty well. Coached at Yale for a bit. I'll be at that dinner tomorrow night. Know a fair number of great alumni. Ball down from St. Bonaventure. St. Bonaventure on the roll again. Middaw. They get a penalty. Middaw, is she going to go quick? Middaw. Quite go quick, but she's going to go, and she's going to take it herself in a contact, or she's going to step through 1 or 2 or 3, and she's going to get across halfway. Now the ball's on the ground. Reed steps into the distributor role, calling for some runners. Big pick off the back from Barris. Barris right through a couple there. On the roll again are St. Bonnie's. Billy Vincent.
That's available. Just stay there, Purple.
Middaw, Reed, they've got the runners out wide. Nentars get to the Ramsey. Ramsey has 3. Ramsey's looking at it. Ramsey's near the try line. Ramsey heading towards the center, trying to make the kick easier. Gets the ball to the ground. Ramsey scores 4. 4 tries there for McKenna Ramsey. Great work again from that back line at St. Bonaventure.
The 4-bagger from McKenna Ramsey. We could see why they moved her from 8 to center, because when she gets that ball in space, out on the wing, she is unstoppable.
So a hat trick is 3, Pat. Do you know what 4 is?
I knew you were going to tell me.
It's a haul. She has scored a haul of tries. H-A-U-L. Yes, sir.
According to who? Is this like a sports almanac out there? Or is this?
There's a sports almanac out there.
McKenna Ramsey, fantastic player.
Both high-scoring games, so I've had to learn these terms. So,
what's 5? What's she going for now?
We'll wait till we get there, Pat. We will wait till we get there. Okay. I want to ruin the surprise for you. They get boring after a while, to be perfectly honest with you. That kick is good from Nentars off of the haul for Ramsey. St. Bonnie's.
Did you run out of cool nicknames? Is there?
Yeah, they get kind of boring after a while. I'll let you know towards the end of the game. We'll see where we get to. Ramsey, however, is taking a run here. There's some dispute, of course, Pat, right? There are people that call them kind of different things, but these are the ones that I go with.
The official John Broker.
I didn't make them up. They have historical reference. I don't know all the historical reference, but anyway, long kick again from Niagara. Ahead of steam immediately there for Nentars. Just barreling midfield they have, this St. Bonaventure team. Hard to stop as the ball comes up to Vincent. Vincent to ground. Works the ball back. Middaw. Ball slipped out of her hand, but not forward according to referee Lake. Middaw's going to move that one wide to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey's going to put it out in the hands of Harley Brown. Harley Brown held up near the touchline. Assistant referee on the spot. Middaw. Back to a waiting pod. Try score Patterson. Patterson, the first year player. Reed to the waiting midfield pod. Wagstaff at the front of this one this time. Getting some other runners involved a little more as this half moves on. 10 minutes in the second half, 30 minutes to go here in Friday Night Rugby up here in Niagara. A little step back in coming. Kara Sheely takes that one in. Reed across into the hands of Wagstaff. Wagstaff, nice step there. Wagstaff, the ball a little loose, but able to hang on to it there. Jessica Yu trying to drag it away for Niagara, but cannot. So the Bonnies still on the run. Bonnies. Big shot there from Kaylee Vincent. Bounces one player off her. Has Tatum Hillman trying to take her down. Reed takes a little run, gets another ball down there, gets to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey is through the defense again. McKenna Ramsey headed for the try line. McKenna Ramsey is in. McKenna Ramsey scores a glut. Tries. It's a glut, Pat.
A glut. From a haul to a glut for McKenna Ramsey. What a night. The first glut of Friday Night Rugby this season, I believe.
I'd say so. I think we had one last year in the game out in Chicago. We had a high the try score with a number there. But McKenna Ramsey is certainly working at it here, so we'll take another look.
Right in the center.
She is just stiff on, runs around another, then past a couple more. She is fantastic. I've got to imagine that there are higher honors for her. There is more rugby in her future. She is set to leave St. Bonaventure this year and leave the program in a very, very good place as they're ranked number 5 in the country, about to move to 5-0 and become West Division champions of the Upstate New York Collegiate Rugby Conference. I think Grace Hogue might have dotted down 7 in the game last year.
7?
John. For the University of Chicago.
Score up to 50-0. 13 minutes gone in the second half. Still game are the Niagara Purple Eagles to kick this one off.
You don't think George W. Bush could be at this game, do you?
You never know. He works his way around. Houston gets a little hot during this time of year. Could work his way up. Big hit there from Nentars. Nentars off the kickoff. They're slow to get up there from Niagara. Ball in the middle. Getting some work here is Ray. Reed coming across. Gets the ball to Kaylee Vincent. Kaylee Vincent keeps her feet. Buys her time. Get to the ground. Wait till support's there. Reed. Back out. Gets the ball to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey. One player on her arm there, McKenna Ramsey. Decided to take this game a bit by the scruff of the neck here. Ball way back there this time to Vincent. So Vincent doesn't get that much ahead of steam before Hillman comes in. Makes a tackle right at midfield. Hillman rolling away. Referee Lake informing her so. Midaw gets this ball out to Reed. Reed shows Reed does a good job at the line there. And Nentars on a beautiful line. Eventually gets hauled down about 40 meters out. Great tackle by Niagara on that one. Midaw coming to the left-hand side here. Reed decides to take a left and try to work her way around the defense. Eventually runs out of room but keeps that ball alive. Gets it up to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey tackled. Hillman coming over. Great work on the turnover. But a player inside the ruck just played illegally, so it's St. Bonnie's ball. And you would imagine, and you get it, it is that play right there. Midaw going quick. Midaw jumps over a couple. Midaw not held, so she can get up. Keep moving.
Okay.
Player having to roll away there.
No.
White, player diving in from Niagara, but referee Lake says, let's just keep playing this one. Ball up into the hands of Wagstaff. Jaylee Wagstaff, the health sciences major, gets hit pretty hard there from Buffalo, New York. Good run at the line. Nentars has the ball again. She hands off one, hands off another. Nentars pops that one up and it winds back up in the hands of Niagara. Mackenzie Adley has a hold of that one. Mackenzie Adley from Woodstock, Ontario, with the Mississauga Blues for coming to Niagara. Nice handoff there from Megan White. Megan White held up by Midaw. She's going to have to get herself to the ground eventually, and she does. Clean ball for the Purple Eagles inside their own 22. A long way to go if they want to try to make it work. Hillman happy to have a big run, trying to rip it away as Mentars. Can't get a hold of it. Ball back across. They've got some runners out wide if they want to. McNabb has a hold of that one. McNabb shakes off the tackler. McNabb gets through a couple. They're inside their own half and working the ball are these Purple Eagles. A good bit of offense from them. Trying to slow it down are the Bonnies. Adley has to step in that distributor position and gets that ball away. Good set of phases here from Niagara. They'll be happier with this at the moment as they keep that one a little tight there to Jessica Yu. Jessica Yu, the sophomore biology major from Clarence, New York. Ball up. White pushes it out a little bit to the wing there. Adley in the distributor role. Come across to a waiting forward. Big hit, however, from Wagstaff. She's had enough of playing defense. She wants to put her team back on offense and does. Here come the Bonnies. Bonnies will step by Midoff. Midoff. Tough character to bring down. Reed steps into the distributor role. Slow ball for the Bonnies. Burying the head there is Nentars. Cross into the hands of McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey fends one off. Has 3 tacklers. They're trying to gang up on McKenna Ramsey. Not a bad thing to do. The ball slips back through a couple feet, but they're good to go. Here come the Bonnies again on the run. That's Jillian Ray. Jillian Ray. A little mistake there from Niagara. Hersdorfer just playing the ball in the ruck. Had to be on her feet and come around from the other side. Just didn't take it.
Huge hit from the hooker for St. Bonaventure. We're going to take a look at. Jaylee Wagstaff absolutely laying out her opposite and then clears the ruck just like she was doing in that pregame warm-up, hitting the bag, getting up, and then hitting the hit shield. Huge play from her, and now the Bonnies.
Impressive there from Wagstaff. Just stops a good attack all on her own. Players right up on the wrong side of the line out there. I'm sorry. I'm not sure I've seen that before. Referee says, no, you're actually on this side as we have another next level look in. UMass still leading 5-0. A game that's played just a few feet from where rugby was turned into American football by Walter Camp there. Need a little more history, Pat.
Do you think he's at the game tonight? I mean, it is alumni weekend, right?
Walter Camp, he's hasn't been with us for a while. The Walter Camp house burned down in New Haven a couple years ago. Very sad moment.
Well, that is sad.
The Walter Camp gate is still there. You can see where a rugby coach ruined a perfectly good sport and then we went into American football. And here they come on the run. McKenna Ramsey, ball in hand again. McKenna Ramsey to give this one up to Ray. So McKenna Ramsey will not continue her climb up the try-scoring ladder. Jillian Ray, however, happy to take the ball as a sophomore marketing major. And 5 points for Ray. The Bonnies continue to roll.
That is some great leadership there from the grad senior McKenna Ramsey, sharing the wealth. Jillian Ray has had some really nice carries tonight, some good line breaks, some good passes thereafter. And this time, McKenna Ramsey says, I'm going to reward her for all that running she's been doing. Give her the little offload, even block the last tackler for you. Jillian Ray cradled that ball in, dotted it down, collecting her first try of the night. And preventing a what, John? From McKenna Ramsey, or delaying?
I was going to wait till we got there. That would just be a double hat trick.
Oh, so, you're right. It does start to get boring now.
That's where it gets, you sort of move on there and you get the... Nentars hits that one. Another 2 points added on for the Bonnies here. A little good passage of offense there from Niagara, showing what they are capable of as they will continue to grow under David Chapman. The Bonnies here with a nice try from the little help here from Ramsey to Ray.
Bonnies growing mightily under Meredith Pike. This is their second full year as head coach there at St. Bonaventure. Both her and Chapman have had the pleasure of coaching their alma maters. Meredith played at Rochester and then coached them right before taking over St. Bonaventure, and Chapman played at Fisk before coaching them just before his 10-year stint in Colgate and now landing at Niagara. But Meredith has done a fantastic job. Had the chance to work with both of these people at the Collegiate Rugby Championship, the CRC in New Orleans a couple years back as they volunteered. Some of the best we got in college rugby.
Nice tackle there. Middaw goes to the ground. Referee's going to whistle us up pretty quick here. Seems to be a little bit of an injury for Middaw. Off a very awkward tackle on the kick there. Medical staff will come on, and we will wish the best for Kaylee Middaw. She's okay here.
Really unfortunate in the game, this lopsided, to see when your star players grinding out the last 20 minutes and taking an injury. Nintars gave her the offload, and then the full weight of Nintars and Tatum Hillman, the number 8 for Niagara, came down on top of her ankle. So
she is up and moving. That is great news. You wouldn't want to lose such a phenomenal player. Really Middaw was sore there, obviously, but up and ready to go. Wonderful, wonderful to see that.
Time back on. It's going to be a scrum black. They have possession when I stop.
Megan White and McKenna Ramsey having a couple close words there during the break. The star player from both teams. Love to have been a fly on the wall in that conversation.
Okay. You're just going to bind onto your lock, and then that's it. And then you can put this hand on the ground, and then you're all set. Yep.
I mentioned they both played for the upstate New York All-Star teams earlier this year.
That's all you got to do, and then
by
just
White.
Don't leave until the scrum's over, okay? You're doing
And
great.
last year.
Okay.
Ball to come in here from Middaw. Middaw happy to be okay back in the game. Puts the ball from the tight head side.
Set. Steady.
Ball is in and back.
Lever. Good.
As Adley playing scrum half against her now for Niagara. Will roll through here. Good work. She's had some great runs, has Harley Brown. Hasn't found open, broken field yet, but able to get by a couple of runners. Reed to another pod in the midfield. Nice steps there from Barris. Barris uses that footwork so well to get into some space there. Haley Vincent. Your power is Vincent. Works your way to contact. The ground she goes. Hillman trying to disrupt that one. It's going to come back to the Bonnies. In play again we go. Ray just scored a try. A little further out this time. Probably not going to get there. She goes into contact inside her own half. Some room off to this left-hand side. Ball out to Nentars. Goes up over the head. There's Harley Brown. Harley Brown steps one now. She gets in a little flight. Taken down eventually. Good defense there from Niagara. Ball coming back across. Niagara player just a little slow to get up. Ball once again to Ray. Ray once again happy to take that ball into contact, get the ball to the ground. We're working on disorganizing this Purple Eagles defense. Here comes Katie Patterson. Katie Patterson at the 40-meter line right there that you see. Back across to Reed. Reed's got some runners. Gets to McKenna Ramsey. She steps aside. McKenna Ramsey just waving off defenders. She's headed for the line. McKenna Ramsey is going to touch this one down. And McKenna Ramsey has a haul trick.
Oh, a haul trick. I like that. That is way fancier. McKenna Ramsey, fantastic showing for her tonight. She's gone around them. This time she goes right down the middle of them, stepping inside one defender, bending another, making another one fall down, of course. Can't keep your feet when you're defending McKenna Ramsey.
That might be her double hat trick.
Lost track.
Give up the double hat trick. That's a double hat trick. The next one will be a haul trick.
Okay, all right.
I forgot you gave the last one to Ray there, so just keeping those alive.
Looking for the double haul. Looking for the Friday Night Rugby record
She hasn't got the
double
haul trick yet.
haul.
Yeah, the double haul. Go for the double glut. But that one's good. So the St. Bonaventure Bonnies continue to move on.
We're going to take her off.
Ramsey and Nentars talking there.
Have a substitution. It won't count against her 8. You can tell your coach.
Got her on her. So you really want to make contact and a tackle with your shoulders, hitting thighs, or even lower. And if you're trying to tackle McKenna Ramsey above the waist with your hands, it's usually not going to go very well. And that has been the tactic tonight for Niagara. Has led to the double hat trick. So far, still time.
So far. She's got some time to go as Niagara gets set to kick us off here again. Here at 54-0, St. Bonaventure over Niagara. Beautiful night here in far northern New York. I'll call it western New York. 55, pardon me.
Did your captain go off? No. She's back there. Okay, thank you.
We're 57. We have the board here. So busy trying to remember what it's like, what it could call when people score so many tries.
She has to go off. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
Another next level look in here. 12-0 UMass leads Yale. This D1AA Liberty Conference matchup. Player getting looked at here, going to be taken off the field, it looks like, at Niagara. A little injury creeping up there, but we have a little rugby action to show you while this happens.
This is a great ranked matchup here in the Liberty Conference D1AA. 12th ranked UMass, the Minutemen, going against number 13 ranked Yale, the Bulldogs.
That was a good job on
See the big crowd on the other side of the field there.
You were hooking before, right? Yeah, it's a lot easier than hooking. Yeah.
Yale under Coach Craig Wilson doing a good job. You see him trying to work the ball to the outside there, put it down in the field. There's about 15 minutes to go.
Oh, okay.
See what they can do with this one.
I didn't even
Have a scrum downfield there.
I always will. I work at a university. I know how this works.
And we'll hand it over to the announcers in New Haven.
Off the dirt. Instead, it was just a grubber.
But it ricocheted off some of your players first.
It leads to a knock-on, and what a costly knock-on indeed, as it's another set piece for Yale. And if they can keep it tight here, find a way to push that scrum forward and maintain possession, this could get ugly quick for UMass.
Here we go.
Set.
We are back here. It's going to be a kickoff coming from Niagara. Friday Night Rugby, the Purple Eagles. And a tough one, but building a program here. These players are the start of something under Dave Chapman, which is sure to be good. Institutional support coming from the university. I like Matt Giuliano, very involved. Ball again to Nentars. She takes a lot of these kickoffs. Makes a little room there, gets up to Barris. Barris hands off a couple, headed towards midfield. Cross here to Reed. Reed has some runners. She's got Kaylee Vincent. Kaylee Vincent gets by the first tackle. Takes a couple players with her. Reed runners off to the left here again. Ball up there to Ramsey. Ramsey across halfway. Ramsey works her way back in. Ramsey's got a lot of defenders to get by. Able to hang on to that one, nearly loses it. Puts an offload in off the ground. Good work for Reed. Reed looking for some room. It's not going to be there. Good work there from Zinat Mohamed E to take her down. Ball up to Katie Patterson. Patterson, ball in one hand, able to get through the first wave of defenders. Takes it down a little further, stepping in that distributor role. Gives me a pop, gets the ball out to that left-hand side. They've got some runners. McKenna Ramsey holds it, gets the ball away there to Harley Brown. Harley Brown takes it to the ground. Ball up there into the hands of Patterson again. Patterson Good footwork to step around a couple. Patterson keeping the ball alive, keeping it going forward for the Bonnies. Bonnies.
That's fine. Counter ruck is good. Ruck is secure. No, leave it. Leave it.
Referee telling the Purple Eagles. Can't hang on to that one. So ball's up to McKenna Ramsey. McKenna Ramsey drops it. Ball slipped forward. It's going to be a scrum here for Niagara. 12 minutes to go in the game.
We can get you signed up for the course. Why not?
Subs starting to trickle in. Both of these benches a little short tonight. Neither one with the full 23.
You pay $75 every time you AR. Oh, you're Canadian?
Matt Lake
sorry.
touting the benefits of refereeing. Telling the ladies on the field.
Referees mid-game right now is Matt Lake.
I know how it works.
Ruthless.
Referees everywhere will be proud of that.
Okay. Let's keep the push until the ball goes in. All right. Crouch. Bind.
Legal scrum been a little stronger in this second half. Fiddle up here is the biology major from Canada, Mackenzie Adley. Playing the scrum half position is driven back. We'll see where the ball winds up here. It's on the ground. Purple Eagles have a long way to go, however. Nice little step from the Purple Eagles, getting that ball out just a bit further.
Good.
Off they come to a waiting pot of forwards. Still a game to go here. 11 minutes left. The Purple Eagles would love to get some points on the board before the end of this one. You can see those structures they're building right there. Big, powerful hit from Hillman. Hillman unafraid of contact throughout this matchup. A ball coming out to the boot they go. Nice little deft chip off the left boot there. Tough roll for St. Bonaventure. It's not going to be a problem there for Natalie Lamar. Natalie Lamar looking at the line. Natalie Lamar is over. Haven't seen tons of her, but the first-year education major touches down a try, and the Bonnies continue their dominance.
The ball doesn't get outside the centers very often there for St. Bonaventure. So you can see Natalie Lamar not containing her excitement. You can't blame her. The wings and the outside backs not touching the ball a ton, but this time it is a Niagara mistake of kicking it right to them, right on the trot basically, deep in their own end. Lamar scooped it, evaded the one defender she needed to, and found pay dirt.
Just on the purple. Sorry.
Way to finish here, fixing that last defender. Able to fight for that last 6-7 yards she needed.
And the kick is no good after that one. Bit of a tough angle. Look at the try score there. First-year player Natalie Lamar. Meredith Pike will be happy to have another 3 years of the great runner, good footwork like Lamar. 62-0. 9 minutes left on the game clock.
An impressive performance by St. Bonaventure, dominating. I mean, this Niagara team, if we hadn't said it enough, came in undefeated, ranked 11 in the country, and for good reason. And St. Bonaventure has just not let up all night, suffocating relentless pressure. Number 5 might not be high enough.
We will see this week where they wind up as the ball comes down yet again to that player who's run almost all these as Nentars. Nentars takes it in. Ball back inside their own 22. Barris. Here players calling for a ball. Means they're going to work off the 9 here and keep it tight. Vincent, 71 minutes in, shows no sign of stopping these barreling runs. Nice ball off there into McKenna Ramsey's hands. McKenna Ramsey making a big break again. McKenna Ramsey. See why the Chicago Lions were happy with her as a sevens player. Ball in and up there. Gets to Reed. Reed taken down from a player. Coming around there. It's a little tough. McKenna Ramsey works a distributor there. Just gets the ball away to a waiting pot of forwards as they get their structure back together. You can see those offensive pods working out, and they're going to go quickly. That's Rhea Swenson, the junior from Seneca Falls. Ball held here by Reed. Does like to attack the line when she has the option. Nentars comes in and over that one. Another pick and go comes from Barris. Ball coming back as the Golden Eagles player has to roll out of there. Haley Vincent. Kaylee Vincent might have had the most carries of these Bonnie team tonight so far, Pat.
100%. If we had those fancy stats, I'd love to see her carries and meters gained. Her work rate has been outstanding.
Stay. Good job.
Waiting runner coming on, and again into the battle they go. Nice run there from the Bonnies. They're trying to drive over this one. And Mia Pop in there playing scrum up. Mia Pop, first-year player from Orchard Park Rugby Club. Little pick up there from Reed. She might hit Pater at this time. Reed hands one off. Reed looking at the line. Reed sees it. She's surrounded by purple jerseys. Reed can't get there. Launches one off to the side, and Jillian Ray is going to get two. Jillian Ray, right place, right time, great offload. Good work rate. Try awarded. St. Bonaventure.
You call that a brace when you get two, a brace. And Jillian Ray, right place, right time for the second time tonight, getting her second support try. Impressed with her work rate as well. She really gets out and runs there in the open space. This time it was pulling from the deck, and Tatum Hillman just got a little bit over aggressive, jumped out of her spot there in the pillar spot, right outside the ruck, and full advantage taken. With a great carry and offload that Ray was able to dot down and finish off for her second try of the night. Ashley Reed has been very good too. You called her name a lot tonight. One of the better players on the field. Really impressed with her and the way that she's marshaled these Bonnies around.
Yeah, she really does direct traffic pretty well. She sits in that kind of shallow position there and lets players get a good head of steam as they're coming on to her and attacks the line a little bit just to hold the defense. Very, very intelligent Reed throughout this game. So look at the try scorer there. Jillian Ray, the sophomore.
Here she is with the offload. Niagara given a lot of time there for that offload to happen. You get the sense the Purple Eagles a little exhausted. They are not used to playing this much rugby on the back foot. They have scored 50, 60, 70 points every game. This is an unusual feeling and place for them to be.
Just under 5 minutes on the game clock. Taken in there by Sheasley. Pop. Reed, runners coming again. Nentars. Kaylee Vincent now they're going to hand out there. And McKenna Ramsey across the line again. McKenna Ramsey shows and hangs onto the ball. Gets that right hand fend out there. McKenna Ramsey headed towards the line. And McKenna Ramsey will get the haul trick. That's the one. Pat, she's got 7. Side for a Friday Night Rugby record. Great work. McKenna Ramsey try awarded.
Here we go. We got just a few minutes. Get this. She doesn't know that she's got a record in the balance. But the Hall trick, that's the coolest sounding one. It kind of sounds like Horcrux from Harry Potter. Hall trick.
Hall trick, yeah, it's pretty good one.
The coolest one. Yeah. Not a bad place to stop if she can't pick up her age. But fantastic. Look at the hands there by Kaylee Vincent. We saw her and we've been lauding her carries, but she sets up this try and swings that ball out. Great skills from a tight head prop. And of course, great finishing skills from Ramsey.
Bit of a tough angle here for her center partner, Nentars. Not going to hit that one, but the score is pretty far apart at this point. Bonaventure having a great night, showing what a team they can be as we take another look at it.
Kenna Ramsey adding another 30 seconds to her highlight reel. It's got to be creeping over 10 minutes tonight with all these runs and tries she's had. You have to trim that down to get it on TikTok later.
2.5 minutes on the game clock. Referee Matt Lake having this going again. That time short from Niagara. Kaylee Vincent, her 600th carry. Ball across right to Reed. I was thinking about going to the boot, it looked like, for a second. I was going to keep that one up to Paris. Paris Handing some runners off. Pop. Nice hold there as usual. Here comes Nentars. Nentars gets it back to Reed. Reed works across the field, sideways to get there. Ball's going to hit the deck, but come up into the hands of a waiting player, Jillian Ray. Score of a brace. As you pointed out, Pat, we'll pick and go there. But the ball got knocked on, so we're going to scrum here for Niagara. Minute and a half on the game clock now. Maybe a little referee's time for that. Little next level look in here. Yale in a scoring position. Not much time left in that one. Minute on the game clock. Minutemen looking like they're going to work this one out down in New Haven in the Liberty Conference. Tough night for the Bulldogs. Big drive there you see from UMass. So we're going to have a scrum in this game as well. All ripped away.
You gotta get in.
See Adley having a conversation there. Last big drive coming in from the Bonnies. Bonnies spin that one. Ball winds up in the hands.
Number 8 offside. No.
Of the Purple Eagles. And they're going to get a penalty there. Referee's going to want them to come and take it from the mark, however. Egan White was ready to go. 30 seconds on the game clock. If they would like to get this into the try zone at some point, they're going to launch this one downfield, get a better attacking position at the 40-meter line of the Bonnies. Last gasp here for this Purple Eagles team, Pat.
Megan White, what a competitor. You can tell she's got it in her. She does not like losing. She's still moving her charges around. I mentioned earlier she's going to grade as a commissioned Army officer. You can see why. Great leadership out there. Carrying to the very last second. Trying to drag her troops across the line for their first try.
Good line out from the Purple Eagles. Ball hits the ground. They're going to hang on that one. Nice little switch back in. Coming inside is Emma McNabb. That McNabb headed towards the line. Emma McNabb, who can she beat? She's got one, but she's taken down by Natalie Lamar. Ball comes back. Looking for their first try, but ball
stripped, but lost
knocked
forward.
on by the Bonnies. We're over 80 minutes. We're in referee's time here. They have time for a scrum here to the Purple Eagles of Niagara.
It was stripped and lost forward. It's a scrum White. Yep.
Well, great turnout there for Niagara. That's the best bit of offense we've seen from the Purple Eagles maybe all night. Nice switch from Megan White back inside to McNabb. McNabb had a bit of a tough first half, the first-year center, but made up for it here. You can see her getting her sea legs against the number 5 team in the country, St. Bonaventure. She's got 4 more years of college rugby left. She's going to be fantastic. Nice line break and then an offload.
Set, hit and hold, don't drive yet.
All in, they're trying to get that one out as quick as they can. It squirts out the back, so they're going to be okay. They get the ball up into the hands of Teixeira. Maya Teixeira goes on a little run. All clean here.
16 back. Okay, let's use.
They've only allowed 5 points, has St. Bonaventure. See if they can keep that held. Ball comes to Sophia Lima. Lima trying to offload that ball, but nearly ripped away by Ramsey. Adley. Runners off to the right-hand side now, trying to power their way through. So run around the side here. They're not going to stop. Excuse me, that's Teixeira. Ball coming across into the hands of Zinat Mohammadi. Picked up by Megan White.
Tackle! No hands!
Megan White going to wheel her team into the try zone here for a good 5 points. Ball down, little pick and go off the back from Lima. Lima gets held. McKenna Ramsey coming in, trying to rip that one away. Has done. St. Bonnie's have the ball. They kick it into touch. The referee looks at it and whistles us to the end of this Friday Night Rugby matchup. 72-0. St. Bonnie's will overtake the Niagara University Purple Eagles. No double haul for McKenna Ramsey, but 7 tries to the good and a great win for the Bonnies, Pat.
Well, if you can't score 8 tries in a game, you might as well score 7. So thank you, McKenna Ramsey, for putting on a show for us tonight. What an outstanding performance from these St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Looking forward to see how Meredith Pike's troops do in the playoffs later this fall.
That is it for us up here in Lewiston, New York, as we take a look at a number of tries, most of them by the same person. We're going to roll our way on out of here. National Collegiate Rugby thanks you all for tuning in. Everybody at National Collegiate Rugby, we thank the staff and all the technical crew that make this possible for the Bonnies and the Purple Eagles. Thank you to the players, coaches, staff, and families for putting this great event together. And for Next Level Rugby, we want to thank you for tuning in. Next Level Rugby, we'd like to thank our camera operators, our technical folks, Nigel Baby Cakes Hill, Mike Baker, Ryan, the man with the rugby plan, Ginty, and for Pat Clifton, I'm John Broker. This has been Rugby at the Next Level.